Hey guys, Jingraves here, doing another manga review for you guys. So this one I'd say is very good. Not one of my top favorites, but uh, it is still one that I feel like is very, very meaningful. Um, and actually, one of my friends um, really, really loves the series and actually loves the publishers and stuff. So that's the really good thing about some of these ones is um, him and I actually connect on these ones more just because of who publishes it. So that's the kind of funny part. Not only that, but I've read a bunch of their stuff. I connect with my brother on part of it when we've read it before, as well as this other friend and whatnot. So it's really good. It is kind of cybernetic. Um, I feel like it is kind of a supernatural love story. Um, but it's super good. So, ooh. Anyway, let's get into it. It's two omnibuses, huge omnibuses. If you haven't read it before, it's actually really fun. So, this is by Clamp. This is Chobits. Like I said, Chobits is a big one. It's one that you'll see a lot of people read. I've really enjoyed this one. Um, it's kind of robotic. I wouldn't say that it's like super like mech heavy or whatever, except for the people being basically automatons. And you have different ones. You have ones that are like this um, as big as like a statue. Then you have real big ones that are like life size dolls almost. And that's the really cool thing about this series. Like I said, there's two. Um, it's really good because it's like a love story um, crossed with robots and everything else. I think it's really funny how they have to go in and actually um, how he has to like use the turn on button and all this other stuff. It's in a really weird place. So I mean, just part of it is really really funny and how they do that. And then you have kind of this little boy like genius that has a whole army of them, and you're like, it's kind of weird. Um, but it is a really really good one. It's kind of a like I said, like a love story, but it's kind of showing how automatons are more than automatons, almost like in Dragon Ball Z, where Krillin falls in love with Android 18, even though she's an android and everything. And then she, gets wished, or Krillin wishes upon Shinron or whatever the dragon's name is. I forgot if they've changed it to Pokuro or whatever. There's a bunch. Um, but he changed her basically into a real girl, using Pinocchio terms, basically. So that's kind of I feel like what this one is showing that um, with an AI system, stuff like that, you can still fall in love. You can still do that and everything. Another good example, I feel like, if this is like the Japanese rendition, I feel like our better rendition of it would be like Bicentennial Man, with Robin Williams, where he's the robot and he keeps doing all this stuff to himself, where he's basically human at the end of the movie. He grows old and is getting ready to die and stuff, and he's old. Um, I feel like all that stuff is kind of with this one. Obviously we don't go into the extreme of them dying or anything, but you do get to see basically them have feelings for each other. You get to see them have friends. You get to see all this, and you kind of take this thing that's almost supposed to be an inanimate object, and it becomes basically the best friend, and into the girlfriend, even into I want there to be more than that almost. So, but like I said, though, this is a big one. I remember watching the anime for this. That's why I read the manga and everything. And it was just phenomenal. So, um, like I said, this isn't one of those ones that's really high on my list, but it's still good. I would still rate it above my, I would say my negative score. So I would give this one 3 stars, still above 50%, I would say. So that would be like 2.5 stars almost, or it's more than that. So 3 stars. But it's really good. So if you haven't gotten to read Chobits, highly recommend it. It is made by the studio Clamp. Again, they make a lot of different stuff. This isn't like my favorite one they print out, but they do have some of my favorite manga that they've printed. So again, that's another good thing. Um, and these copies are printed by Dark Horse. So if you're looking for them or whatever, this is probably one that definitely should be on your list. Um, and if you're like a younger person, this should probably definitely be on your list because, as far as I know, on manga or anime that's considered classic, I would say Chobits is probably one of the ones that is considered a classic. I mean, like people talked about it when I was in high school, so or middle school. Like this is one of the first series that I actually knew about, going through middle school and whatnot. So seventh, eighth, sixth, seventh, eighth grade, stuff like that. So, but again, really, really phenomenal. Check it out. Really good. So, like I said, check out Chobits. It's great. So I will catch you guys later on. Thanks for watching. I'm Jingraves, and hopefully I can stream, a clamp one with some of my friends. So stay tuned for that. That's an idea. But yeah, I'll catch you guys later. Bye.